So funny.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. It is Thursday and we talk all about health and wellness. And today we are talking about balance with Terry Sidford. She is an author and life coach here in Park City. We are lucky to claim her and have her as our own. So thanks for being here, Terry.
Thank you, Christine. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, it's always nice having you here on the
you.
couch to help us live our best lives. And I'm curious, today we're going to talk about balance, which is a very kind of a buzzword right now. And I don't know, is it even possible?
It's possible.
It is.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, my life's pretty busy and I have to kind of, I'm living through this balance opportunity. And so I can tell people from firsthand how to do it and have a busy life. But it's not always easy for people, especially when you have a list of things that you have to do. So how do you get balance?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you? Because I feel like, you know, you're really busy in one part of life, then another part kind of falls off. And is there even that magic formula to help you feel like you're juggling everything?
Well, I've been coaching for a very long time, and this is one subject that I know very well. I don't always do it perfectly, but I know the formula. And I'm always striving to do it. And I teach my clients, every single client I have, we work on balance. And the reason is that if you don't have balance, you do not have fulfillment and joy and a sense of peace.
So true.
And some people are like, yeah, that's me,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. So what you need to do is really look at what's important in your life and prioritize those things. And just at least take the time to have that list available. And of course, we have all these different pieces of our life that make it whole. Exercise, spending time with our family, entertainment, even spirituality for a lot of people, that's the last thing they're going to do, or exercise is the last thing they're going to do, or eating well. So just make your list of things that are important, what's most important in your life, what are all the pieces that will help you be whole. And then every single day, you have to make a choice on what's important, what creates balance on that day. And in the Webster Dictionary, the definition of balance is judgment or making a choice.
Interesting.
Yes.
I wouldn't have expected judgment to be in there, but you're right, it is a choice.
It is a choice. So, and it's not a destination. It's always moving. Balance is always moving. So every day wake up and just say, okay, these are things I have to do, and how many of the other things that are part of what the pieces that make me whole, that are important to me, do I need to work on? And just take an inventory every single day. And if you feel like there's some things that you really haven't paid attention to, then you need to say no to some things.
To make that work.
You're right.
And you have a wheel for us.
I do.
Tell me more about this wheel and how it relates to balance.
It's a great physical tool to kind of get a look at your life. It has 8 different areas. So here's one that's not been filled out.
Okay.
And I have people fill it out from 0 to 10. The outside of the circle is 10. And I have them rate from 1 to 10 how fully they're living that particular area in their life. And then they draw a line across. So when they're finished, it might look like this. And then I use the analogy, if this is a wheel and a car is your life, and you're going down the road, it's going to be a little bumpy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our goal is to get some of these lines out a little bit further to a 10. So it's a little smoother. And you can just start on one section of your life and say, okay, what action can I take this week or this day to move that out just a little bit further so I'm more fulfilled in that area. And it's baby steps. It's not like you have to go from 0 to 10. So just take a baby step. And magically, when you start to bring one area of your life out in more balance, it starts to affect all the other areas of your life.
Oh, for sure. That's a great visual.
Yeah.
Can we find that online? Do you have that available? Or?
Yes, you can just go to terrysidford.com and contact me, and I'll send you a copy. And you can use this for your career as well.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes, so you can just, and you can add or delete different sections. This is just a general 8 areas that most people have in their lives. But you can kind of replace
make your
one.
own categories.
Yeah, and I have a blank wheels that you can fill it out just for your career or personal life, whatever you want.
You know, I'm curious as we talk about balance and what priorities are important to you, and a lot of, you know, personal development people will talk about being authentic, being your true self. But sometimes I'm curious, how do you know if you don't want to become too selfish? And so sometimes, especially as parents, we worry if we're out, you know, exercising, we're not spending time with our children. And then there's also the point of sometimes when you want to be authentic and do what feels best and things aren't going well, how do you know if that's a sign to give up, or do you need to just push through and get to the other side of it? So all these issues is things that I kind of think about when you bring in balance and priorities.
Right, and I think when you have children and a career, that's the most challenging time, and usually you're the last one that's being taken care of. But when you start to feel like something, it just doesn't feel right, or you feel unsatisfied, empty, that means that you're stepping on things that are important to you. You're not taking action and putting energy into those things. And you know, again, just take one piece. If you're feeling like, okay, I am not doing anything, well, take one thing and you can fit that in, and then you'll be a better person for your children and everyone else in your life. It's taken me many, many years to realize that myself.
It's hard not to want to just tackle everything, so I love that. Just take one thing and see the effect of that before you get overwhelmed by trying to find balance, which isn't the point.
Right. And then, you know, you think you have to do everything, and you know, all of us have been guilty of that. Like, you know, I have to be perfect today. I have to do everything perfectly, but that's not reality, especially when you have a busy life.
It's not.
No, but you do one thing, you start to feel better. You feel like you're on the path, you're on the road.
If all else fails, you've done that one thing.
Exactly. That's why you like, get the exercise out early,
right,
you know, in the morning, or
yes.
you know, change one eating habit.
Yeah.
Call a friend if you know, one friend, you know, if you haven't talked to anybody, and you know, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Well, this has been great, Terry. Always such good advice. Where can we get more information about what you offer as a life coach, and also your book?
Oh,
thank you. It's a great book to read.
Thank you. 100 Hearts. You can go to my website and you can find out more information about the Wheel of Life. I can send you a copy at terrysidford.com.
terrysidford.com.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much. I feel more balanced already.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Just by this talk. So.
Good. Thanks for having me.
All right. I want to thank Terry Sidford for being here talking about balance. Sounds like it can happen. It's ever changing, but pick one thing. That's the best advice that I'm going to take away from this conversation. All right. Much more coming up on this Mountain Morning Show, all about health and wellness. We'll be right back.